I think.
Look, you want to tell the people something?
Oh, it's a video.
Uh-huh.
Yikes. I'm not good with this, but I had to see my Sam girl. It's the end of the day, man.
Look, that all I know is there's no need to keep face and not actually see like what is going on, like what is actually good with you. So the whole topic of somebody popping up and like keeping tabs and saying all these things, like I'm not afraid to show love. Like I'm not actually afraid to show that guy love. I just don't think that's what it is anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's the sobering thing. So for anybody that may be listening, not just for the sake of like, you know, acknowledging the fourth wall,
yes,
looking at the camera, it's like really sit with that. Is this even love anymore? Like what is it that I have with this person? Yeah. What is actually going on between us? Is this beneficial or is it detrimental? Is this good for their mind, good for my mind? Is this good for our health? What is actually happening? And for those that are believers, it's like, does this glorify God? Like, is this actually contributing to the kingdom, or is this kind of like a selfish endeavor?
Right.
Is this like a possessive, like, because this is somebody that I've known in this way, then I just want that. I want what it is that we had, but it's not really doing anything. Like, it actually has no purpose. No purpose, no benefit, no longevity. Like, it's
really just marking territory.
Yes. It's very, very it's giving fleshy.
Objectifying.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're on the same page. Oh gosh.
It's just like, this is my money and I need it now type stuff.
Okay, JG Wentworth.
I'm screaming. You gotta catch it for too slow. Is that the joint? Is that the same joint?
When it
get the little dollar, the little fishing pole.
877 cash now.
I'm just screaming.
Yeah.
Look, we don't have to play Wentworth. We don't have to do none of that stuff.
I'm crying. But yeah, guys, in other words, just if you want to reach out to somebody, check the posture of your heart, as we were talking about.
Yeah.
If it's truly like because you're really like, you are really empathizing with the person, or you really like really genuinely thought of the person and want to wish them well or give them words of encouragement,
yeah,
please do that. But also understand that your actions have consequences. Every action has consequences. Just because your heart posture is correct does not mean that it's going to be interpreted as what you're intending. Yeah. So also understand that sometimes maybe just send that prayer up to God.
Yeah.
Directly to the person who can actually do something about it.
Yeah.
Okay? Because reaching out to that person might open a can of worms for them. It might not be you, but you also have to, like, if you're truly a caring person, right? Yeah. You have to think of all parties involved, right? So yeah, just keep that in mind.
Yeah. and that's really specifically youngins that you have dealt with. Like,
yeah, right.
It's like I don't want people to like hear that and say like, dang, well, so should I not try to talk to shorty? Like, y'all don't have no history. Yeah. Like, go ahead and introduce yourself. Go ahead and send them that well wish, but somebody that you already know, like there is pain there. Like, there's actually legitimate pain
specific, there. Yeah.
Know yourself. Know what's going on.
Know yourself.
Know what's going on.
This is where discernment comes in.
Yeah, because we don't want anybody to move out of fear. Mm-hmm. But if you really are moving out of love, you'll know and you'll hear, hey, look, we're gonna lay that to rest.
Right.
Intercede on their behalf.
There will be confirmation too, though, because like, you know, I've done that before, where I've been the person to like, I don't know, like I just felt like I should. Yeah. And I just got that feeling, and like I waited. I didn't initially like, oh, okay, bet. You know, like, say less, God. You know, I didn't do that. For this. Right. But it's like I thought about it for like a couple of days, and I'm like, you know what? Like I would set a benchmark. Like, okay, if I'm still feeling the conviction after like X amount of time. It's different every time. I just get a random like, this is how long I should wait to see. And if I still feel as strongly, if not more, you know what, I'm gonna do it. You know, and honestly, it hasn't turned into a bad situation.
That's good.
Now, there are some times where I get that feeling and I go to sleep and I'm like, yeah, absolutely not. No way. So it depends on, it depends. Let's just say that.
And I think, I'm gonna put the verse here, but I know that in the Bible it talks about anything that is done outside of faith is sin. And so if you do not, right, if you do not feel any conviction about it, but then you just moving all willy-nilly,
manipulation.
Yeah, don't play yourself. Don't play them. Don't play yourself. It's just like you actually know. You just know better. You know better, and so you will be held to a higher standard. You will have to answer for your movement, for your behavior. There is repentance, so we thank God.
Not for real.
But we also, circling all the way back to the beginning of the conversation, genuity. Genuine repentance, not just word service, lip service, not just let me go through the motions to wipe my slate clean. Nah, it's legitimate.
Right.
Turning away from that joint and being like, I don't have to actually carry myself like this. Like I don't have to live my life playing with youngins like Play-Doh.
Right. Like why? Ooh, this is a drag. Like why do you have to live, like why do you want to live life to be sorry? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, this is probably gonna be, that statement is probably gonna start the video wall.
Yeah.
Why do you have to live your life to be sorry? Don't live your life to be sorry.
Yeah, like you wake up and you're like, oh,
don't play. Oh, all right, it's still
okay. It's like you wake up and like, just going based off the example of like, oh, you get the feeling like you should reach out to somebody or whatever, but also coupled with that thought of like, I want to reach out to them, or like I miss them, blah blah blah, is you just want to see what they're doing. You just want to see if they respond. Now a lot of people don't get to the root of why they actually want to reach out. That's why I have that like little waiting period to see if it's like, am I just trying to be nosy, or because like, look, I'm not perfect, I be nosy. So like, am I just trying to be nosy, or is this genuinely like, I know they've been dealing with something, and like, though we don't talk anymore, I still feel like an affinity towards you in that arena. But it's like, you just gotta really think about that, because it's like, if you just do it on a whim, like, you know you're gonna be sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? Or like, for like, using another like silly example, is like, you wake up on time but then you stay in bed knowing you gotta, right, and then you get up at 5 minutes before the first meeting, and then you are frustrated that or like your manager's frustrated at you for being late, or like, why do you knew to get up when you first opened your eyes, and you decided to stay in bed. Why do you want to wake up to be sorry?
My goodness.
I don't know if that was as deep. That was a very simple example.
No, that was good. No, that's all you need. That's all we need, because people will listen and hear their own. We all know our own personal examples. That was me this morning.
Me every morning. I'm like, how quickly can I actually get ready? Let me test it.
No, because Fig is just so cute. He's just so cute, and sometimes he'll just sit there, and I just want to scoop him up and just hold him for a little bit. But I gotta go. Yeah. Oh. You're like, excuse me. Who the heck is Fig? And why did mama name him Fig? And they're a person.
I'm crying.
Sorry to any Figs out there. If you're a man or a young lady. It's a beautiful name. It's just food. Yeah. It's a fruit. But that joint, yeah, I definitely was just chilling. I was big chilling. I was like, let me go to my first session of the day, at least with some brushed teeth. Some brushed teeth and a washed face.
Yeah.
and then ease into the rest of it by actually getting together. And then I realized that one of my people I was seeing in person, I was like, let me get in the car. Let me get in the car, bro. Like,
oh man,
I forgot they live far from my home.
Facts. That's why sorry not sorry is good too, though.
Girl,
because at least you know what side you on.
That's true. That's true.
Don't do things that you're not sorry for and then say sorry.
Look, genuity.
Because that's where you should take accountability and just be like, yeah, I did that. And then apologize when you understand the ramifications of your actions.
Yes.
You know? But, yeah.
Yeah, this joint is going to be... I really like how organic it is. I leave stuff like this in it. I be leaving a statement of, this going to be in the front of the video. And you just see it in the front of the video. Like, this is... Why wake
just get rid of my little rant.
No, we're gonna. I'm a.
It's right.
No, LOL. I'm gonna keep that.
Oh God. Okay.
I mean, we don't have to. Maybe not to the public. Maybe it'll be our scrap. Like this is a little scrap.
Yeah.
Because some of these videos, I'm just like, it's like.
Send it to me. I'll actually like put it on my page.
Yeah. No, I got
oh
you,
my gosh,
you.
But not your YouTube page, not Earth Tones. Earth Tones, follow her.
I'm screaming. And again, we actually in the first episode I talked about how like sometimes it'll get heavy, but when you have a living God, like when you follow the living God, not but the living God, there's a different perspective on that. Like youngins will probably actually get anxious thinking about the spiders. Like they'll be done for because it's like there's no stability in this place. Right. But you do have a source. Like we have a source. And so the reality is we can talk about it. Like we could go there.
Yeah, because God will seal every crack in my house because those things will not enter. Period. Period.
Look, and Fig, my mom, I remember when I first got Fig and he was just tearing stuff up like a dog. Like he was tearing up his toys specifically. He was like gutting them joints. And mom was like, maybe you should like test out and see like does he have the capacity to kill something. And I was like, go get a mouse type thing.
Oh God.
I was like, so he could get the taste of blood.
Yeah, no.
So he won't know blood.
Wow.
And I think she was just joking though. She was just joking.
I mean, you never know. Does he go outside?
I've taken him outside, but he's like overstimulated, so he'll just sit there. He'll like stand there and like look.
Do you put him on a leash?
No.
I always wonder. Okay.
I just like sat him in the thing because he was small enough to where even if he started trying his best to run,
you could catch him.
I could catch him. But now I'm like, that man probably
you gotta get a harness. Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be gone. But I think when I first put him in the grass in the little because there's a church behind us, so it's like technically their grass.
Yeah.
So I walked across the alley into the grass, and I sat him down, and he was just shaking, and I was like, little baby. But I think he was just like his senses were just overwhelmed because he's only been in the house.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's how my puppy was. He was just like, oh my God, leave! Squirrel! Fox!
I still need to see him. That's so crazy.
Oh my gosh, he's a teenager now.
Yeah,
goodness. He is a whole teen. Like, it's so funny. Like, I will be doing work and he will just come and, like, he's not 50 pounds, by the way, now. He'll just come and just, boop, jump up and sit. And I'm like, wow. I guess my workday is done.
Little sweet baby.
He's so cute, though. Like, every time he does something bad, I'm like, I can't even stay mad at you.
No, he's cute.
Oh, he's so adorable. His little ears go back. You know how, like, their whole ear muscle like will just make their head look like airplane, like an airplane head. Yeah. So you can cut that, please.
The airplane head.
The airplane ears. Yeah.
Airplane ears and waking up to be sorry.
Oh yeah.
Give it like the podcast days. No, follow Time In with Tahlele. His podcast is so hilarious. The very most recent one was hilarious.
Really?
Him and Khalik.
I don't think I know Khalik.
It's his friend. Khalik.
Okay.
I don't even know Khalik. but like, you know when people introduce themselves on the thing, and you're like, man, I know this guy. Like, I know this guy. My man Khalik. It was just so funny because have you seen the game Elden Ring?
I've seen like clips of it on Twitter.
So there's these concepts of being a tarnished, having runes and being maidenless and stuff like that. And so it was like juxtaposing it to real life. Like, I'm tarnished, runeless, maidenless.
Oh,
and he was just adding that onto the title. Like, it was just endless joy. And I was just like, dang, like, my life is like this game.
I'm crying.
It was hilarious. It was good. And I was like, man, that's the type of like kind of just casual vibe I want for the YouTube. Be able to just talk.
True.
There's certain things that you want to talk about, and there's other things that just come organically. And like compiling it together, yeah.
True. Well, shameless plug, not for anything of mine, but like, go and find out your apology languages, people. Take the quiz, because you can save a life that way.
We're gonna plug it in the bio.
Yes.
We're gonna put it in the
as well as love languages, but I feel like we all know that.
Yeah.
Apology languages, yes, absolutely. So do that.
It's good. So yeah, y'all. We're gonna see y'all later.
Oh Lord. I'm sorry. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, we here with my man's 100 grand. Okay. You know what he do? Okay. Smooth like sand. Okay. After you heat it up and turn it into glass dough. What? When you know I get a whole pass though. Oh. And you know I'm not moving slow, I'm moving fast though. Straight to the money and I'm straight to the cash though.
That was good.
I like that one.